If I fall asleep in my seat and I wake up and hear you cursing at me, I will throw my shoe at you. That's when my Brooklyn gonna come out. And if I don't, and if I fucking don't. Thing with Todd is he a Harlem nigga. The thing with Todd is he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what that meant. For Megan, I think it's more so like, I'm willing to make this investment to let y'all know, to let Milagro know, stop playing with me. Welcome back to my channel, mother suckers. Hey, if this is your first time seeing my face, God loves you. The universe has allowed us to align. I am Eloho, your fairy godmother, back with the looks, the facts, and the tea. Now, before we get into the tea, the looks are looking. I told myself I need to dedicate more time to being on screen on YouTube, okay? I need y'all to help me help you, because sometimes the videos where I'm on camera don't get as much views as the videos where I'm off camera. So that's gonna make me more inclined to do what? Voiceovers. But I definitely wanna come on because it's a different type of energy. It's a different type of aura when I'm on screen, you feel me? So be sure that you are subscribed, your notification bell is on, and let's get into some of these messy topics. Girl. So apparently Meg Thee Stallion won a civil defamation lawsuit against blogger Milagro Grams. Now this is some real tea, okay? Because we have these mega stars. Cardi B set the tone for this, right? And so we have these superstars now taking everyday bloggers, girl. Hold on. For defamation and other claims. So let's go ahead and read this together. A jury found Cooper, who is Milagro, liable for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit centered on Cooper promoting a fake explicit video of Megan and coordinating with others to spread misinformation and harass the artist. The lawsuit alleges that Cooper acted as a mouthpiece for Tory Lanez, who was convicted of shooting Megan, and helped spread a deep fake video of her. The lawsuit was filed after years of online harassment and false claims directed at Megan by Cooper. And so these are the jury findings. Defamation. The jury found Cooper defamed Megan by accusing her of lying under oath in her testimony against Lanez. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. The jury found Cooper liable for intentionally causing emotional distress to Megan. 3. Promotion of altered sexual depiction. Girl, this is where she really went down. The jury found Cooper liable for promoting a sexually explicit deepfake video of Megan. And so the damages, a jury awarded Megan $75,000 in damages. The jury's award was broken down as follows. So we got $15,000 damages for defamation, $1,000 in punitive damages for defamation, $8,000 damages for intentional infliction of emotional distress, $1,000 in punitive damages for intentional infliction of emotional distress, $50,000 in punitive damages for promoting an altered sexual depiction. Ooh, no be small teen, no. God forbid. You know, I be in these internet streets. And so I've been seeing a lot of people saying things like, oh, you know, Megan Thee Stallion spent over $1 million just to get $75,000 back. But just to be clear, right, it's really not about the money because they have the money. I think it's more so like, I'm willing to make this investment to let y'all know, stop playing with me. To let Milagro know, stop playing with me. That sometimes you gotta invest. This is an investment. Yeah, and so Meg won. I think as bloggers, like, we love to get the tea. Some bloggers take it further than others. And I think sometimes we really do have to sit back and remember, like, there is a person behind this. Ask yourself, am I harassing this person? Because a lot of what's in this lawsuit was like emotional distress. Because I know sometimes them YouTube checks be juicy, right? But you got to sit back and ask yourself, am I harassing this person? Am I going too far? Why am I mad? Like, you really got to think, this has nothing to do with me. We do get emotional. Our feelings get into it, it's natural. But when it starts crossing the line, so now people are saying, you have been harassing me for years, and there's proof of harassment for years. There has to be a precedent set that says, if you continue this, your ass gonna get sued. Because at the end of the day, yes, we report on stories. Yes, we get a little messy sometimes. Yes, y'all eat it up. Y'all love the tea. Y'all love the gossip. but there has to be a line. We see so many people unfortunately taking their own lives because of online harassment. I recently did a video about Black anime and cosplayers and how they've been emotionally harassed and bullied online. And we do have to be careful with that as people with platforms, with mics and voices. You know, everybody got a mic now, but you have to be a little bit more responsible with your mic. Okay, hold on. Additional costs. Under Florida's fee shifting provision, Cooper may also be required to cover Megan's legal fees related to the deepfake claim, which some sources estimate could total over $1 million. Oh, okay, so the impact on Megan. So Megan Thee Stallion testified that the relentless online harassment and the deepfake video caused her significant emotional distress and led her to seek help for depression. Milagro's response. Milagro Cooper's attorney stated they respect the verdict, but their client is not ecstatic and plans to appeal. Cooper has spoken out, stating she learned a lesson, but maintained that her ideas and her thoughts are her own. Megan's legal team released a statement saying the verdict sends a clear message that spreading dangerous information carries significant consequences. And sidebar, y'all seen Megan court looks? Megan's court looks 8. Every single one. Every single one. I'm sorry. I know Milagro was mad seeing her every day. So here's the thing that I don't really understand about Megan Thee Stallion. It's like people, men and women, quite literally do not want to have any sympathy for what she experienced, what she went through. People don't want to have any sympathy, and it's really scary to watch. Like, what? Like, why are y'all so mad? Oh, she lied. She lied. She said he didn't do it. Like, was that not a big part of society that as Black women, we're supposed to stand by Black men, especially when it comes to the police, and we're not supposed to tell? Like, everybody woke now. Everybody a little bit more free, a little bit more smarter now, but there was definitely a point in society and a part of our upbringing where it was like, you can't, no, don't tell the police nothing. No. And now speaking of lawyers, Candy and Todd. When I tell y'all, I really didn't see this one happening. I feel like in the beginning, I was like, is Mama Joyce right? Like, is this really gonna work? But I think they've been married for about 10 years now. And this was not on my bingo card for 2025. Completely took me by shock. But Candy did come out on her Amazon platform and basically tell everyone that although she's been smiling and pretending everything was okay, that she actually filed for divorce. You know, Candy liked to keep things cool as a cucumber, cool as the other side of the pillow. So she made it seem like, you know, this was hard, of course, and that she was emotional about it, but that they are cordial. He's still coming to Thanksgiving. They're going to co-parent respectfully. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, when I hear things like that, even from everyday people, I'm just like, I pray. And I pray. Like, I pray because although that sounds good, although that would be ultimately what would be the better thing to do for the children and co-parenting, but it really starts off that way. Someone, somehow, somewhere is going to be mad because they feel like they got the short end of the stick in a divorce. And the person you divorce is not the person you marry, which is why you get the prenup. People get real offended by prenups, like, oh, you don't trust me? And babes, the man that loves me today, my wife, my darling wife, my darling wife, I will eat you like fufu tonight. The man that loves you today is not the man that's in that divorce court with you. It's not the same person, and vice versa. The woman that loves you today, she's not the same girl in that courtroom. Okay, she's protecting her coins and her kids. It ain't about you no more. You ain't a part of that package. And so although Candy kind of kept it like it was like something that she's getting through and respectfully getting through together, Todd came out and was like, well, I want primary and full custody of the kids. Is this a scheme? Is this a plan that you had all along, Todd? Now, Todd? For real? So essentially, if Todd gets full custody, primary custody, obviously he's going to get the bulk of the child support. And so really and truly, do you want them kids? Now, from what I've been seeing, because I don't know, I ain't being in their business. Y'all know I got my own kid to worry about. From what I've been seeing online, a lot of people are saying things like, well, Todd was typically in charge of the children anyway, and how Candy was usually on the road, and so Todd would usually have the kids. But from what I saw, Todd was outside and on the road and trying to do his own business too. And Candy came out and said that she usually pays for nannies and that she has family that helps out with the kids as well. So we're not gonna paint Todd as a stay-at-home dad. He might be home a little bit more than Candy, because that's a busy girl. That's a busy girl. But I'm not gonna paint. I don't know if Todd is necessarily a stay-at-home dad. Okay, so let's get into the filing. So Candy requested joint legal and physical custody of their son, who is 9, and their daughter, who is 6. But in a legal response, Todd demanded primary physical custody, claiming that Candy's work obligations require her to be away from their children for several months. Burst has since amended her filing and demand primary custody as well, noting she has paid for their nanny, which I just said, when both parents travel for work. Tucker is challenging the validity and enforceability of their prenuptial agreement, alleging that he was asked to sign it without his lawyer present just before their 2014 wedding ceremony. And Burris's legal team is using footage from their Bravo wedding documentary, Candy's Wedding, as evidence that Tucker had legal representation throughout the negotiation process. I'm pretty sure that prenup is airtight, Todd. Sorry, bud. This is an airtight prenup. So Candy's lawyer also noted that in the documentary, Tucker audibly announced that he was good to sign the prenup agreement during a private encounter with Burrs and after talking to his lawyer on and off camera. Sorry, Todd. But I also wonder, like, why all this time? Like, why wait until the divorce to say, like, actually, I was rushed to do the prenup? Why not have that conversation? Why not even be like, yo, let's pause the wedding. I don't understand what I'm reading. I don't understand what I'm signing. Before we get married and say I do, I need to understand that. But the thing with Todd is he a Harlem nigga. The thing with Todd is he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what that meant. He knew that in the case of a divorce, he wanted to walk away with something. He saw the M's, and the ex was basically saying, like, this was a money game for Todd. Todd just wanted Candy for her money. Sorry to say, Candy's mom said the same thing. He has nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I know Candy's mom is somewhere like, Candy, I told you. I just wonder what caused the divorce. Candy said it was brewing for some time. Marriage is not easy. And so I really hope it just works out for whatever that prenup say, because you signed it. Okay, I hope it work out. Whatever that prenup say, I hope they're able to uphold that in a court of law. Now, speaking of pennies, child, Burna Boy is losing money. He's losing deals. Burna Boy has been canceled after he kicked out one of his fans who paid for a front row concert seat and fell asleep.
I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me. Pisses you the fuck off, man. Yeah. You understand? So please take her the fuck over. Yeah.
Who you talking to like that? Yo, I'm sorry.
Bro, I'm not doing no more songs until you take her home.
In real life.
What?
That was very sassy of you, sir. That was incredibly sassy. I don't like a sassy. Oh, that was sassy, Burna. I'm not doing another song until you take her the fuck home. If I fall asleep in my seat and I wake up and hear you cursing at me, I will throw my shoe at you. That's when my Brooklyn gonna come out. And if I fucking don't. And you know what? All the times he has a laundry list of saying some problematic things. I don't know. You gotta go back home. You gotta go back home. And I don't mean London. Go back to Nigeria and sit down with your family. Because at this point, your superstardom, there's a saying that we say, sew your coat according to your size. And so his superstardom, his star has grown so big that he think his coat he has grown wings. Stars rise and stars fall, and nobody is bigger than the program. If your fans feel disrespected, if your fans feel like you don't value their money, you don't have any empathy or sympathy for them, you're not gonna have any fans. It's really that simple. There's so many talented people out here who don't have fame, who don't have money. You want to be one of them? I'm going to the show and going to sleep. Kick me out so I could come back here and get my unicorns. But now y'all let me know your thoughts on these topics down in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also feel free to follow me on my other social media platforms. I should get back on Snapchat though. Snapchat was a time. But yes, until next time, later.